how the NBA's surprise team is doing it, how it came to be, and how Capital City is once again enraptured by a Kings squad on the verge of ending their postseason drought is a fascinating story. The Kings have been one of the worst teams in the league and have failed to make the playoffs for a staggering 16 years in a row. That's the longest active drought in United States professional sports. But before we dive into that, it's time to own up to our mistakes. That means me, you, and everyone else in the media who counted the Kings out before the season even began. We had John Hollinger from The Athletic predicting a 10th place finish for them in the West. Jared Dubin from FiveThirtyEight thought they'd be 16 games under 500 and in 12th. Well, the Kings are absolutely killing it this season with a 40-26 record, which puts them at second place in the Western Conference standings, behind rising star De'Aaron Fox, all-star forward Domantas Sabonis, key off-season additions like Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter, and new head coach Mike Brown. The Kings have established themselves as one of the best offenses in the NBA. And even though they're known for their defensive skills, Coach Brown has somehow managed to ignite an offensive explosion that's bringing in a league high of 121.2 points per game. The Kings are also part of a very exclusive group of Western Conference teams that have a winning record both at home and on the road. They're up there with the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers. And you know that's saying something. Coach of the Year frontrunner Mike Brown has done a remarkable job. In a recent interview, he said, "If you want to win and sustain winning, you have to dig deeper. It's not about trading guys. It's about attacking the culture. There's a blueprint of 3 principles I wholeheartedly believe in, and I've asked the organization to buy into these concepts prior to taking the job. And so far, his magic is working perfectly." He's got the Kings playing to their strengths, with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis having career-best seasons. Fox has been leading the league in made clutch baskets with 145 and averaging a career-high 25.5 points, 6.3 assists, and 4.2 rebounds. Sabonis, on the other hand, has been averaging 19.0 points, a league-leading 12.3 rebounds, and a career-high 7.0 assists. And it's not just the wins that have people excited. It's the winning culture that seems to be taking shape in Sacramento. I'm talking about the purple beam that shoots into the sky after every victory. It's like a symbol of hope for the team and its fans, a reminder that they're capable of greatness. The Kings came up with this brilliant idea of the victory beam last year on September 16th. And it's basically a purple beam of light that shoots out of the Golden One Center roof into the sky after every win, whether it's a home or away game. The players are also part of this celebration. After every home win, they gather around this huge Kings win button and slam it to light the beam outside the arena. Under the leadership of new head coach Mike Brown, the Kings have undergone a miraculous turnaround since their personal swap with the Pacers this past offseason. They acquired Domantas Sabonis, which caused quite a stir in the league. Fans and analysts were quick to criticize the Kings for making the wrong move, saying that they should have traded for a different point guard instead. But even after Sabonis was integrated into Sacramento's lineup, the Kings were a sub-500 squad. Who could blame the media for overlooking Sacramento? I mean, the Kings had made some pretty embarrassing draft picks in the past, and Tyrese Halliburton seemed to be a shining light in their recent draft history, but he was ultimately traded. Things have changed. Now, if you've been following the NBA for a while, you know that Fox has been a key player for the Sacramento Kings for quite some time. He's been through it all with the team, the ups, the downs, the coaching, and front office changes. But finally, after 6 long years, Fox is getting a taste of success in the NBA. That's right, you heard me. The Kings are on fire, and Fox is a big reason why.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. If I was still feeling the hamstring, I probably wouldn't play. So,
did you understand, like, at least their reasoning not wanting to do it? It sounded like it was kind of a sell job for you.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you want to go into the playoffs as healthy as possible. So, but I'm just glad we're able to get this win.
Fox has been killing it in the clutch. I mean, this guy has been banking out game winners and clutch buckets like it's nothing. He's been putting in the work on the court, and it's paying off big time. In an interview with BR, the Sacktown star guard De'Aaron Fox said, "Kings fans are so passionate, so that's never changed. But the one difference I recognize is when I go to eat in Midtown, and you just see a random wall somewhere, and it has like the beam on it. The Kings offense." The Sacramento Kings have had an outlier of an offensive season this year compared to recent seasons of disappointment. The Kings have been killing it on offense this season, which is quite surprising given their previous performances. The Sacramento Kings are making history with their 118.7 offensive rating, making them the highest scoring team in NBA history. They even beat this season's Denver Nuggets, who are in second place with a score of 117.3. Fox and the Kings have been killing it offensively, but it's not just their point guard that's been stepping up. Their offense as a whole has been on fire fire thanks to Sabonis's mini Nikola Jokic playmaking. I mean, it's transformed the way they play, and it's really showing on the court. One thing that's been particularly impressive is the dribble handoffs, especially with Kevin Huerter. It's created this offensive vortex that no defensive scheme can escape.
Kev, 3-point.
Is he in?
Oh shit! I thought he was. No? Yes? Did I just spoil something?
Or you broke news.
Did I break news?
All right, next question.
Should have done. Wait! I have a question. Why is the 3-point contest like more? The dunk contest already been established. The rookie game. Dang.
Malik Monk's career has been revived thanks to some amazing coaching and a lot of hustle. He's making plays left and right, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. And let's not forget about Keegan Murray. This guy has been spreading the offense and becoming a fourth offensive playmaker in Mike Brown's motion offense. It's insane to see how much he's improved in such a short amount of time. This turnaround defies logic. Fox, who just a year ago was a major letdown on offense, but now the Kings have turned things around big time and are smashing records left and right. It's crazy to think about how far they've come in just a year. Now, as we all know, defense wins championships. And unfortunately for the Kings, their defense isn't exactly top-notch. In fact, they're currently ranked 25th in defensive rating in the league. Now, this is a problem because it means that Sacramento is heavily reliant on their offense to win games. And so far, they're managing it really well. And while they do have some serious offensive firepower, that's just not going to cut it when it comes to playoff time. They need to be able to lock down on defense if they want to make a serious run at the title. Now, what's even more interesting about this team is that half of their 10 players who get the most minutes in their rotation have playoff experience, while the other half have none. That's a pretty unique dynamic if you think about it. Sometimes it's the young and hungry players who haven't been in the game for long that can make the biggest difference. You know that the NBA is all about talent, skill, and strategy, but experience is also important to some extent. And that's where Harrison Barnes comes in. This man is a proven NBA champion, and he knows what it takes to win in this league. But it's not just about winning titles. Kevin Huerter has played an integral role on a team that made the conference finals. This man knows how to perform under pressure, and he's got the skills to back it up. Trey Lyles and Terrence Davis are also important pieces of the puzzle. Both of these guys have played important minutes for teams that were the top 2 seeds in the conference. So the Kings have the ingredients to go far in the playoffs. They've got a solid head coach who knows how to lead this team, a dynamic offensive duo that can score at will, and the ability to win on the road. It's been a long time since the Kings have been a legitimate playoff contender, but this year feels different. Be sure the Kings will be one of the league's most dangerous teams in the postseason if they keep up the heat. You would have thought that Mike Brown's motion offense still needed new personnel. Perhaps the beam possesses transitive properties that we must not understand yet. Maybe every workplace needs the beam. It may be expensive, but Sacktown now appears to be communing with the basketball gods because of it. All in all, the odds are definitely in their favor to make this year one to remember. Who knows? Maybe they'll even make it all the way to the finals. But let me know your thoughts on the Kings this season. Can they make it to the finals and defy all odds? As always, thanks for tuning in. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our NBA insights. Until the next one, all hail the beam for the Kings.